What's going on, YouTube, fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end so you can hear the full story and all the details in the case. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. For most men who want to be a father, it's no greater feeling than being in that delivery room holding your child for the first time. That feeling can change you for the better. Knowing there's somebody in this world that solely depends on you for everything. As our babies get older, we want nothing more than to protect them and to keep them safe. Even more so if you are a girl dad. Not saying we don't love our sons equally, but we know what it takes to be a man out here. So most allow them to live and learn while trying to get them the game on how to navigate in this world. But with girls, it's different. That protective nature as a dad goes a little further. They can be grown and tell you they are having a problem, and you as a dad will want to fix it and be there for your baby girl. As they navigate this crazy world, we always pray they be okay. We hope nobody bothers them and they stay away from cruddy individuals who have bad intentions. But in this world we live in, that's almost impossible. We all hope we never get that call. Like, Dad, I need help. This person is threatening me or put their hands on me. No questions asked. As a father, you are going to protect your child because that's what you are supposed to do. But we never think to ourselves, doing something considered so right can go so wrong. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Fulton County, Georgia, to discuss the recent case of a daughter's call to her father for help that turned into a fatal encounter. Earlier this month, 43-year-old Dominique Goodman was in a great place in life. He had a good job at a car dealership, Honda South in Monroe, Georgia, where he was a manager and also a top salesman. Described as a man of dignity, pride, who carried himself with respect and left a good impression on people he came in contact with. But more importantly to Dominique than anything was being a father, in which he was very active and a big part in all his kids' lives. He was very protective over them, taught his kids how to respect themselves and others. But if they were ever in a crazy situation they couldn't handle themselves, don't hesitate to call him. One of his teen daughters, who we will call Ashley for the sake of the story, had a job at a Bojangles restaurant in Palmetto, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. On December 7th of this year, it was a normal work day for the young lady, but somewhere in the mix of her shift, she would get into a disagreement with her shift manager, who seemed to be locked in on the young lady, and some say he was picking on her, to the point he was sent home for the day. In the heat of all this though, Ashley called her father, Dominique, and explained her manager was picking on her and being aggressive. He told his baby girl he would come up to the job and check on her. About an hour would go by before he pulled up. The shift manager who was sent home was supposed to be gone by that time, but he was still parked up in the parking lot. And according to witnesses, as soon as Dominique got out of his car, the manager also hopped out of his, but not to talk. Instantly, multiple shots went off and he fled the scene. Witnesses called local police, who responded to the location to find Dominique suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, and unfortunately, he will be pronounced gone at the scene. Family and friends of the man rushed to the restaurant and were devastated. Days before Christmas, the father was gunned down in front of his daughter. A family friend spoke out. She stated he was only coming to check on his baby girl, and she called him, as most young ladies would when in distress. She stated people should think before pulling out guns. She claimed the shift manager waited for more than an hour for Dominique to pull up, jumped out the car and just started shooting. It didn't take long for police to identify the manager as 25-year-old Maurice Evans. He was located and taken into custody for questioning, where he boldly admitted to taking Dominique's life and even waived his first court appearance after being charged with first-degree hit. Customers came to the restaurant after the incident, not knowing what happened. After one man was brought up to speed on the reason they were closed, he was in disbelief and stated that's why he doesn't argue with people, because they are too unhinged. As the story hit the internet, some felt the young lady probably was in fear after seeing that Maurice parked up even after he was sent home, so she called her father. Others felt Maurice knew her father was on the way, sat and waited, and the shooting was premeditated. Either way, rest in peace to Dominique. I send my prayers and condolences to his family, his kids especially. Definitely his daughter, who had to witness her father get gunned down. It's a terrible situation, and sad that a man can't even come and check on his child or protect them without being at risk of losing their life. 25-year-old man targeting a teenage girl is crazy. And like somebody pointed out, usually they would send an employee home if she was the problem. But this time, they sent the shift manager home, so he had to be the one who was geeking. To crash out over an argument with a teenager and throw your life away and take a life that fast is wild. I don't understand the mindset. You might have hurt the young lady by taking her father out, but you also just hurt yourself in the process. I myself also have two daughters, 21 and 17, so this hit close to home, and they definitely call me if there's any trouble or they feel they are in harm's way. And as a man, you definitely have to make sure your kids are okay. But we never think it will end like this, especially if we don't come with that kind of energy. But you just never know what type of time other people are on. But I'm going to end this one with a question. If you are a parent, have you ever been in a situation like this where your child called you and you had to come and make sure they were safe? If so, how did it play out? And also, let me know what y'all think about this whole situation in the comments. And remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, this is a super crazy story. Messed up situation. Some people at first said it was a fight, but the people that was there at the restaurant say Dominique just pulled up and the manager got out the car and just started shooting. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation. I definitely appreciate you if you made it to the end. Be sure to tap that like button if you feeling the content. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This is another episode of Hood Tales. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.